Hello all you watchers out there, this is Heretic Gamers TMS here, and I will be reviewing a game that you should all have heard of by now, Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock. Now Guitar Hero 3 is a game that almost anyone can get their hands on, because it is available on 6 different platforms. Well, 7 if you count the cell phone. The PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 3, the Xbox 360, the Nintendo Wii, and the Mac and PC. In this review, I'm only going to be addressing the PS3, 360, Wii, and PS2 versions of the game, due to my lack of knowledge on the PC, Mac, and phone versions of the game. For those of you unfamiliar with the gameplay of a Guitar Hero game, I will explain it the best I can. The game comes with a guitar-shaped controller, this time based on the Gibson Les Paul for the PS3, Wii, and 360 version, and the Kramer for the PS2 version. The controller has 5 buttons on the neck of the guitar, each with a different color: green, red, yellow, blue, and orange. In the body of the guitar is a strum bar, which is used to actually hit the notes. As you can see in the video, you will see the colored notes coming toward you. When you see these notes coming, you're going to want to hold down the button. Now once it gets in the little circle there, strum while holding the note down. I just realized that I'm not very good at explaining this, so I'll just assume that you all know how to play and just get on with the review. Guitar Hero 3, like all other Guitar Hero games, has 4 different difficulty settings: easy, medium, hard, and expert. In easy, only the first 3 buttons, green, red, and yellow, are used. In medium, the blue button is added. In hard, the orange button is added. Now, the orange button can be really hard to start using. This is something I really like about Guitar Hero 3. The learning curve for the orange button, and pretty much everything else, is far easier in this game than in the previous installments of the series. This doesn't mean that the game has become easier. Ha, no. The game is much easier in the beginning, but once you get to the final few sets, that's where the difficulty kicks in. The game is so hard in the 8th set of songs, I haven't even beat 2 of the songs in that set yet. So yeah, that's one of the many great things about Guitar Hero 3, and I'm really glad about that. For the most part, Guitar Hero 3 stays tried and true to the franchise, but let's look at some of the changes the game went through from the previous installments. This is the first Guitar Hero game to feature battle mode. Think of that as Mario Kart, but on Guitar Hero. There are several power-ups in this mode, such as Broken String, where you'll find that suddenly one of your strings does not work, and you'll have to press the color of that button 6 or 7 times to get it to work again. Another one is Amp Overload, where your notes constantly flash on and off for a few seconds. This can be a real pain in epic solos. The most annoying power-up of all is the lefty flip, where all of your notes will just flip on you. Unless you are ambidextrous, you will have a really hard time on this one. Battle mode is a fun addition to the game, though in most battles, the better of the 2 players will wipe the floor in a few seconds. Another addition to the game is Co-op Career. It's not really something I would use myself, because I'm the only one in my family that plays Guitar Hero, but this mode is definitely great for couples and siblings. One thing that I really don't like about this mode is that there are a few songs that can only be played in this mode. I mean, why did they have to do that? They could have easily put those songs in the single player campaign somewhere. Now let's talk about graphics. Now, I'm not really big on graphics in video games, but I will say this: the 360 and PS3 versions, they look pretty good, and that's what you're seeing in the video. The animations and models, yeah, they look pretty good. But the PS2 and Wii versions of the game just look awful. The animations and models are just terrible for what those consoles can pull off. One thing I will mention though, that in all versions of the game, the drummer animations just look terrible. Yes, that includes the PS3 and 360 versions. The graphics in a Guitar Hero game never mattered anyway, so don't make a big deal about this. Now, let's move on to the set list of the game, which is probably the most important part. The game has 71 playable songs, which is a pretty good number, and I think it's the highest in any Guitar Hero game yet. But one thing that really stands out about the set list this time is that a lot of the game's songs are master tracks. In fact, more than 2/3 of the songs in the game are. I remember in Guitar Hero 2, most of the game's music was covers, and they didn't sound near as good as the original. Personally, I find the set list to be much better than the previous Guitar Hero games. There's no more absolute crap like Red Lottery or Yes We Can. I could give you guys a 5-minute rant about how bad the Guitar Hero 2 list is compared to Guitar Hero 3's, but that's only my personal opinion, and I'm sure some people would disagree with me on that. I'm not going to tell you all of my favorite songs from the game, but I will tell you my absolute favorite, Through the Fire and Flames by Dragon Force. This song is also the hardest song in the game to beat. In fact, the best I've ever done is getting 2% through the song on expert level. I can beat the song on all other levels. Anyway, I definitely recommend Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock for anyone who enjoys having fun with video games. The game is so addictive, and it will definitely drive you insane when you get to raining blood on expert level. So yeah, anyone with one of the consoles that Guitar Hero 3 is available on, go out and buy the game now.